Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we've got the live drive of the 2021 Polestar 2. Now this car is different. There's no way getting around it. Whether you're trying to classify it as a sedan or an SUV, or you're trying to say if it's a Volvo or not a Volvo, or if it's made in Sweden or China, or where it's designed, or where it's just a lot going on. So the next hour should fly by with all the questions from you all, as well as me and Nathan, who's behind the camera right now, talking about everything this car has going on. So we're going to spend a few minutes going around the car, taking a look at the exterior, and then we'll get to your comments and get on to the interior. We're going to do a quick check of the signal, make sure we're running okay. Looks like we're full strength, good to go. So starting on just right up here in the front, you can definitely see the Volvo styling, kind of Thor's hammer deal going on. I think it looks pretty darn good. What do you think, Nathan?
It looks good. I definitely do like the looks.
I like this. This is actually provide. Yeah, you can actually see a radiator in here. So even though this is an electric vehicle, this is providing real cooling. I bet that goes toward not only cooling off the battery pack, but also maybe some of the HVAC stuff. So real big radiator there. I'll pop the hood real quick.
I wish the Polestar emblem was not body color though.
Do you think it's body color, or do you just think it's white?
It's body color.
So, like, do you think if you got a blue Polestar, this would be blue?
You know that's a good question.
Right. So you pop this open, and you have a very small front. You got enough space to put your charger, which I think is cool. And other than that, we were wondering about this. I was talking with someone. There's a jack, but we weren't able to find a spare tire. So why do you need a jack if you don't have a spare tire?
Well, maybe if we go around to the, or if
I looked around in the back, but we can look around some more. Maybe it's really
not for a spare tire, but for like a. I know Volvo uses inflation systems, so like you put sealant in, then they have come with a little.
Then why do you need a jack?
To lift the. That's a good point. Maybe you need a jack just to lift it up to put the sealant in and get the sealant. Who knows?
Yeah.
There's probably a reason for it.
Yeah, maybe Miran can tell us. What else? I like the wheels. They're very Volvo-esque. Polestar is kind of the performance electric brand that is kind of owned under the Volvo
Geely.
Yeah, Geely brand. By the way, we can't find our windsock for our GoPro, so sorry if there's wind noise. There's I don't know where it went. Somewhere after the McLaren drive, it disappeared. Maybe
it got scared and didn't want to do it anymore.
I guess so. After McLaren.
If you have any question of what this vehicle is, it's a Polestar 2. It's a battery electric vehicle, 78 kilowatt hours with 300 kilowatts.
Yep. There's definitely a lot of ground clearance, especially for a sedan. That's pretty significant. I mean, you could get over some pretty decent stuff. That's like Subaru Outback levels.
Or Volvo V70 cross country.
I think, can't you even get an S60 cross country?
Yep.
Now? And then this is also weird to me. It's a liftback, even though it totally looks like a sedan when it's closed. So you close it again. It's kind of like the Kia Stinger. And is the Model 3 like that as well?
I think so, yeah. Remember it had the liftback?
I think the Model 3 is still a conventional sedan opening, though it looks like it'd be a liftback. It's like the opposite of this guy. I think the Model 3 is just a normal sedan. But this, right here, you look like it's a sedan opening, and you pop it, you get all the way down here. You got this full light bar that goes all the way along the back. And then it comes open. I do like that light bar.
Just a big gripe I have. This isn't unique to this, but my Taurus also has the trunk opening button down here, and the problem is in the winter you get the salty road grime. It all builds up underneath here.
That is a good point.
And dirt, anything, even just touching it there.
Yep.
Fingers get all dirty.
That is a really good point, especially for these type of climates. And you'd think someone like Volvo would kind of know that.
Yeah.
Very Volvo-y. I like this little strap. You can put things in it, gallon up, keep it from flying around. 12-volt outlet. This little flip, so that you could strap things right here as well. I think that's really neat to kind of section off your groceries. And then the whole thing pulls up, gets you some underfloor storage. There's a subwoofer and an amplifier down there as well. Yeah. I looked under there, there's still no spare.
Huh.
A little side net, and the seat. So if we pop this open, fold this down, and see actually a fairly flat load surface. You could get quite a good amount of stuff in here, actually. It's a decent size. Not quite an SUV size, but close. We got comments?
Yes, we do. Alissa is first.
Okay.
Miran says hello.
Hello, Miran.
Hank, the nice man, says, all right.
Did he actually change his name, or are you just saying that?
Me,
okay.
That Alissa says that frunk would not pass the Alissa frunk test.
That's true. Alyssa wants a lot of space in her frunk.
Hank says, Alissa, hey. Alissa says, what's up, Hank? How much torque does it have?
Ooh. Someone will have to look that up for us because...
Miran, look that up.
Yeah.
Is he the one that does that?
Miran knows a lot of things, yes. Is that all of them?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Or Lexi says, hi, Alissa and Charlie.
Alyssa was unable to make today's live drive, mostly because, as you may see and tell, Nathan and I are at a completely different location. It's because the Polestar just finished charging. It was literally 6:58 that it finished charging up from our highway fuel economy test, where it actually did quite well. It did better than its EPA range, which I think is really nice. That's, if I had my biggest gripe about Tesla, don't get me wrong, I love their cars, I love our Model Y, but my biggest complaint about them is that their range that they claim is, you have to be in just the perfect ideal situation to get that range. Whereas this, for example, claims like what, 230, 240 miles of range, and at 70 miles per hour on the highway, I got 240 miles of range. Like, I didn't have to try, I didn't have the AC off or anything like that. I could just cruise at 70 and I actually got the estimated range. So I wish Tesla would just do that. Just be honest. I'd be okay with them saying, hey, your car is probably only going to get 180, 190 miles of range, but I know it doesn't look as good then, look as impressive. So
should we get the back?
Yeah. Ooh, this is a pretty solid, the door handle feels nice. It feels so much better than that Mercedes-Benz we had like 2 weeks ago.
No, I noticed something when I sat in the back of this earlier. This is the first car I've ever had when I sit up straight, my head rubs up against the...
Right here. Yeah.
This part, I don't even know what to call this, but this part.
Right, part of the frame. It just...
And when you look down, you're like, it's so close to your head. Usually it's like out here a bit more, and I think it's because the like the pillars like angle in like this, kind of create like a triangle shape. Right, and this is not a huge vehicle. I mean, this is like compact sedan. This is, what would you say, about the same size as that G70? Maybe a little bit smaller than the G70 even? Smaller, definitely. Narrower. Narrower. I'm not a huge fan of the gray color. The material's kind of weird. It's like almost a plastic rubbery. They're probably calling it some sort of natural material. I don't mind the material feel, but I do not, any car in general, I don't care for gray. Even, I mean, just any car we've had, gray interior, I don't care for it. I'm not a fan of these little rubber, like the things that hold these out. Yeah. They just look like they're cut out with X-Acto knife. Overall, this just feels like a more budgety Volvo, which is weird because it costs a lot. This one we're in is like 63 grand. Some of the things are straight out of Volvo, like the door handles, very nice. I will give them that. Nathan was pointing out earlier, and we'll point some of them out too in the front. Look at this. Some kind of cheapness feeling. Yeah. Some things that don't, like this doesn't fit super tight and everything. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the build quality. Very solid. I know being under the Volvo umbrella, they're going to care about safety. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but look you can see the metal, like, if you, like, it's just interesting. Right. It is interesting. So push that down. Huh. Yeah. Oh, these are pretty much the same vents as you'd get in a Volvo. Yeah. How's your knee room? For where the seat is right now, it's good enough. Yeah. It's not horrible, not amazing, but it's good. Yeah. I can't really lean back or anything without really... Very standard, like sedan-y. Yeah. I like these lights how you can just like tap them like that. Oh, and they're tappers. Can you do the thing where you hold it to dim it? Yeah, look, it's dimming. That's very Volvo-y. See, it's weird. They have some super luxury sort of things like that, and then other things that you're like, really? Yeah. Alissa says, I got junk in my frunk.
And Hank the Nice Man says, no, Alyssa, you got drunk. DCR Gamer, 0 to 60 time. We can do that. Hi, Alyssa. Sorry you couldn't make it to today's drive. If you're sick, feel better soon. My jokes, blah, 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 blah. Hey, Safari. Hello there, one of our channel members. Alyssa's not sick. She says, no worries, Hank. Lexi says, I wonder why my blinker's shining fast, because my mom said sometimes it shines fast, it's broken. Yeah, if it's clicking fast, typically that means you have a blinker light out, or just any light out.
Yeah.
Oh, Hank the Nice Man said, I had a bad day at work, so I hardly made any jokes. Tim Robinson, the protrusion of the roof has a light that reflects the Polestar logo at Panorama. Yep. We'll point that out when we get up there. You probably can't see it too well. And no problem, Alyssa. Okay.
One thing I noticed, for all the like weird different assortments of materials, here's another one. Look at this little part in the seat right here. That's like Alcantara.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You guys can probably see in the camera the little difference. It's just a super small stripe that's like remarkably soft.
But I just wonder, is like,
why bother?
Why?
Yeah. Why even source
you
that?
You put this material down here.
Yeah.
And then you put Alcantara in this little, I would have traded that for like this material to continue on all the way down the door.
A lot of head scratching sort of things.
The other thing is, you can tell why does the seat shake so much when you like?
I don't know. That's probably not something that's
and you can
as big of a deal.
Probably see it pretty good back here. Just another little quality thing, how this just doesn't line up right.
You're right, it does look more annoying from here than it does when you're sitting in the driver's seat. Let's head up to the front. For any of you just tuning in, we're checking out the Polestar 2, and then I'm going to take it for a drive here in a few minutes. But if you have any questions, hit us up in the chat. We'll be getting to them periodically. Do another quick walk around so you all can see. It is a neat looking car. I like that it's sort of unique. Excuse me, last week's live drive, we were talking about the Genesis and how if you owned one of those, you'd be fairly unique. You're going to be a lot more unique if you have a Polestar. But Polestar hasn't really made an identity for itself yet, whereas Genesis has started to kind of
still call it Volvo Polestar.
Right.
Even though it's not.
Hey Nathan, does your right above your door have two little holes? Oh, that's probably if you want a roof rack. You can probably install a roof rack there. Okay.
So yeah, a lot of people still call this Volvo, but technically all this is Geely, because there's a lot of weird little sub-brands that Geely makes in China that use all of this like switchgear material. And not only that, the London taxis use pretty much all the Volvo stuff.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's pretty much like all this is shared across Geely's line. So you can't really call it Volvo when you talk about like quality of everything.
It's Geely.
It's Geely.
Huh. Well, that's really good to know. And as Nathan, or as we pointed out a little bit, this car is made in China.
Yep.
This kind of bugs me. Maybe there's a workaround, I'm not sure. But you can't turn the car on without putting it in drive. It's like, it's kind of on right now. Obviously you can use the screen and everything, but like the gauge cluster doesn't go into like full on mode until you put the car in drive. Huh. Like the Tesla, you push the brake and it comes on. The Mach-E, you can press a button. This, you go, and the car comes on.
Huh.
Yeah.
Here's a cool little quirk.
Little Polestar emblem in there. So there's that one.
And then there's that one. You can't really see it right now because it's so sunny, but...
Yeah, in the camera it looks like they just see a little flashing Polestar. Other annoyance with this car. Very little interior cargo space, like practical storage. Say Nathan and I were going to take a road trip. Where are your sunglasses going to go, Nathan?
Is this a thing with just Volvos where they don't have...
No, a lot of new cars aren't doing that. Does our Tesla have them? I don't think our Tesla has one either. Where are you going to put your water bottle? Where are you going to put your wallet? Where are you going to put your coffee? Where are you going to put your book? I mean, it's just, there's a wireless device charger here, which I think is really neat.
Oh, here's a little...
There's a very small storage thing here, which is hard. Well, there's a little bit of soft on it. And then look at this. There's one cup holder there, second cup holder here, and a small storage thing right there.
And there's hardly any storage in here. How big is the glove box?
Glove box is a very good size, but not the most convenient. I like a lot of things about this car, and it does a lot of the core car things well, but it's just some weird like head scratchy sort of things. Another head scratcher, you cannot play music from a USB drive, even though there are 2 USB-C ports right there. When I plugged in my drive, you can't play music from it.
Huh.
And I emailed Polestar and asked them, they said, yes, that's correct. Also, no Sirius XM radio built in. You have to install an app. And no AM radio.
No AM. Oh wait, that's AM.
Yeah,
FM is what
it's got FM.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is actually Android, not Android Auto, but straight up Android Automotive. So if you if you go here, oh wait, I was already there, and then there. Like that's like an Android settings screen right there. Network and internet, Bluetooth, sound, display, Google, system. This is straight up running Android 10. And it's just customized for this car. But this kind of brings up another one of my qualms. Nathan, go ahead and adjust the climate. Come on, I'm hot. Get the fan going.
Oh, for God's sakes. I even put the climate on yesterday, but it was from a different, that's settings. You'd think, car. Is it down here?
No. Well, you can do that.
What if I just press the buttons? Will it come up on there? No. All right.
Isn't that frustrating that there's not just a standard... there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Yep.
Okay. So once you know,
you know, but at the same time, why didn't they make it so it just stays at the bottom? Like in the Tesla,
why
and the
do
Mach-E and
I
everything.
need Google Play right there?
Because that's like your app screen. So you can actually install apps.
But like you
up.
said, you can't use that when you're driving.
When you can't, yeah, it locks
Why
it
isn't
out.
that just there all the time?
I don't know. Anyway, what do we got going on in the comments? I'll let you show a few more things while I'm reading them. Same color seats as my wife's Sienna. Very meh. What's the MSRP and what are some of the main options on this car? Unfortunately, we don't have an explicit window sticker, but I do have, I think, a build sheet. Let me see real quick for you. This car that we're sitting in costs $62,400. Starts at $61,000. The exterior costs $1,200 for the paint. And the only thing, it has no options. It's just kind of standard build other than the paint.
Look up where this is designed, because I'm pretty sure like the headquarters is actually in Canada.
Really? I have no idea. Assuming it's all-wheel drive, yeah, it'll launch like a beast. Yeah, it is pretty fast. It's just a little heavy. It drives similar to the Mach-E. Yeah, said so cramped. Lexi, LOL. Mr. Daily Motor, have you visited India? I have not visited India. Look at those giant black bezels around the screen. That is a good point. Volvo does a really good job, and I mean Geely, I guess, at making the outside mirrors look really good, no bezels. This mirror up here looks really good, no bezels, and then you got this. Big bezels. Charlie was really distracted by the pine cone in the Hyundai stream. Yes, I was. Sandil Maijaya says, wow, and Yas says terrible UI. It's not that terrible once you get used to it, but it does have quirks. It really does.
All right, Charlie, let me ask you this. Is this satisfying to turn?
No. Sometimes it is, but other times it isn't. The Volvo ones scroll smoother. This does not scroll smooth.
You can like...
Also, try clicking it.
What the fudge?
I know, does not feel good?
Well, the other thing I noticed...
The whole thing pushes
when you
down.
press this, yeah, the whole entire center panel thing, this all moves. I don't know if you can see that on camera. The whole entire, ensemble moves back and forth.
Right.
And the thing is like, I'm sure there are tons of people that are gonna shout Chinese build quality, but I don't know if this is Chinese build quality or just Polestar
making weird decisions.
Yeah, materials choice,
your phone is built in China, and it's great. Most people's iPhones are built in China.
Yeah.
It doesn't inherently make it so it's going to be crappy if it's built in China. It's just like weird things like that.
Well, and like the Chinese didn't do the materials.
Right.
That was Polestar.
Miran says the UI looks like it has Android Kit Kat from 2014. Yeah, it is really responsive though. I'll give it that. I mean, look, it's like, this is my favorite thing, in fact, about the whole UI.
Oh wow.
This is straight up Google Maps. And
That looks really good.
If I type in something, what if I want to go to Puma Chug, which is in Clawson, it says exactly it's going to take me 50 minutes and I'm going to have 75% charge when I get there. That's really neat. This is straight up Android, like Google Maps. So that's pretty cool. And this swiping up is kind of like your home screen. You can click on that. I got Tidal Music brought up here. You can do Google Play Music, or sorry, YouTube Music, which it is now. I'd have to sign in, but will you visit car enthusiasts in India? Maybe someday. This or Mach-E? I'd pick Mach-E. When I first heard of this car, I thought it was called a Polestar. That's awesome. Fun fact, Ford is getting Android Automotive starting in 2023. It's probably a good thing because Ford Sync 4 is kind of garbage.
Although I did Sync 3, like I was in a new Fusion, and their Sync
3 is pretty good.
Yeah, it's really responsive, especially the updated ones.
Right. This drives me absolutely nuts with, and I guess super nice car, but yet you gotta manually do this.
Hang on, do that again. No, pull the latch thing down.
Oh,
latch it. You can't see this on camera, I bet, but here, I'll get close. Do it again. The shakes.
Yeah, it's also really hard to get in and out. Like, it takes a lot of force. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I would really like to put this in a drag race against our Model Y. In fact, I'm pretty sure the Model Y would lose because I think Car and Driver recorded like a 4.4 0 to 60 with this or something. But it feels about the same speed. Also, we need to keep an eye on our signal, and you can keep an eye on chat saying I'm driving. But since, and yep, what do you know, our signal's garb. Where can we go that we might have better signal strength? The blinker sounds weird.
It does sound weird.
There's no place for me to put my phone to just look at it so I can see what the signal health is. That's gonna fall as soon as I take a corner. All right, it is very quiet in here.
It is.
Like, remarkably quiet.
Let me see if this is double pane. Holy cow. Look how slow this window goes down.
Well, it's a double speed switch. If you push it down harder, it'll go faster. See? Plus, you're not showing it. How are they going to see if you're not showing it?
Good point. You guys don't get to see, but so this is speed 1.
They do that intentionally so you can get it right where you want it. Bubbles do that too.
Let's see, do I want it here or do I want it there? You guys comment where you would like the.
You're probably turning because hospital.
Wee. There's a bolt.
Yep.
I'd take a bolt over this.
I probably would too. I mean, you could get 2 bolts for the price of this.
Yeah, 2 bolts, and if one catches on fire, it's not a big deal. Got another one.
All right, signal seems to be picking up a little bit here. This is a good road to kind of test some of the drivability. Another thing that but I think a lot of other people wouldn't, there's no drive modes. All there is steering feel and one pedal driving, but there's no like, you know, drive mode, sport, anything like that.
Does this feel more like alive than the Model Y? Because the Model Y just feels like a robot, which in a lot of ways is really good because it, you know,
no, this feels very robotic as well.
What feels better, this or the Mach-E? Mach-E?
Probably the Mach-E. I haven't gotten to do a ton of like enthusiastic driving, if you will, with this, but it's just heavy. That's nice. We got some comments.
Hang on.
I think I left off around.
Moran's got a big comment.
Okay.
If you see the Geely, you will say, "Yup, it's the same quality as one Gosh darn it. Gotta take those off, sorry. If you see the Geely, you will say, yep, it's the same as high quality after 50. So it's true quality. How do we know that with Polestar though?
I think because he's saying it's just that's another Geely. Like how you were saying, it's all the same. Like
that's the thing I'm struggling with is that's a big cloud up there. Anyway, that's what I'm struggling with is like, is this a Chinese communist car or is this a Volvo? Like, where does this?
I would argue probably China. The Chinese part, you know, it's a Chinese company.
It's built in China.
Built in China, like, yeah.
And like what I have to keep reminding myself is that this looks Volvo. That's just because
that's what we know.
Geely was like, all right, Volvo, you're gonna give us all of your switchgear, everything,
right?
And we're gonna put it across our entire, like, all of our products are gonna use this. What was that?
I don't know. What was it?
I don't know.
Probably. Oh, was there some stuff on the floor when you got in here?
Yes.
It's my battery pack.
Anyway. Yeah, I guess this would be a Chinese communist car.
Yeah. You wanna do more chats?
I would love to do more chats.
Okay.
Let's see. Does it drive like a Volvo? That's from Tum Low.
No, I'd say Volvos drive nicer. More like luxuriously feeling.
From Hank, the nice man, the blinker sounds like an empty water bottle.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Or you know what it sounds like more? You know those like jelly cans where you got the little push.
Oh,
that's exactly what that sounds like.
Yeah.
Because I used to make that noise as a kid all the time. My dad would say it was a blink, like.
Oh, like a blinker.
He would always say, "There's a little mouse inside the dash that goes and pushes one of those, and that's what creates the blinker sound. And when it's done, it gets cheese."
Yep.
Yeah, says, I was honestly excited about this car, but it's turned out to be too expensive for what you get.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, man, is this price. I mean, it's nice. I like it, but I couldn't see myself buying one. Whereas I could legitimately see myself buying a Volvo V60, you know?
Yeah, me too. Does it have Wi-Fi?
I think it does.
Hank says, roast those tires.
We'll try. Right here.
Miran says, it's a communist car that looks pretty for other countries. And Lexi says, looks nice.
It does look nice.
And Sandile says, which country are you guys doing this test drive? And we are doing it in the US of A.
Correct. Neat. Well, let us know what else you'd like to see. How about do a quick walk around? Or were there more comments? Sorry.
No.
Now I know technically I have a $10 donation amount to get Nathan behind the wheel, but I think I'm gonna have him drive it regardless and get some of his thoughts on it.
What do you think about the fog lights?
I think those are cool. They look like crystal balls.
They do. I kind of wish though, like they took up they took the shape of the frame it's surrounded by.
I see what you mean.
The headlights do.
We noticed at the beginning, this is actually a functional grill. Let me see if you can see in there. That's radiator in there. It's not like the bolt or something. That's just a flat.
So I know a lot of people talk about the little radar sensors and ask why do they take up so much of the grill space? Well, it was a Doug DeMuro video, and he actually asked a Kia executive why they do that.
Okay.
And the reasoning is the sensor is all the way back here. This is just like a amplifier. It's like a lens that amplifies the radar beams out, so
really?
You can like get the road. But then you'd ask, like, why don't they just put the sensor all the way up here? And the reason for that is if you were to get in a small fender bender, it would cost thousands and thousands and thousands to replace.
That's a good point.
So here, if you hit that, it's just a little, you know, lens that has to be replaced, but if the sensor's there, it's a whole sensor.
Gotcha.
So that's why it looks ugly, so it's cheaper if you get, for yourself, if you get in a crash.
Right. Huh. Hey, you should go pull the windshield washer fluid. I want to see if the little light wiper things come up. Sprayers. I don't know. No, try turning your lights on. Is it the same stock as your Volvo?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Maybe it does have to be in drive. Your lights still aren't on. There we go. Now try. Hey! Well, close the door then. Huh. Yeah, that worked. Neat. You want to drive?
Sure.
You do have some nice nice kick plates here. Those look cool.
I probably couldn't turn the lights on because you had the key.
Oh.
But I held the brights on.
I see.
Alrighty. How does this thing drive? Adjust my seating position.
Could I have your phone, please?
No. I'm kidding. Oh. Hold that.
Okay.
Let me adjust the steering wheel.
Lights look nice, even though it looks expensive. 20,000 more, you can get an e-tron SUV, I think. Yeah, but the e-tron doesn't have very good range. It's got a lot less than this. But yeah, you're right. E-tron's nicer in a lot of ways. Tum Tum Love says since. Okay.
All right, here we go. I feel so low down. I wonder if I can put my seat up. I like this. Kind of like the steering.
Oh, you can make it heavier if you want.
You have to turn it so far to get the wheels like. I like steering wheels where you like turn it left, like whatever it's called, like turns per.
Oh
block.
yeah.
I like less. Which way should I go?
Left, I guess.
Why aren't you going?
Just go. She's, I would call her something else if this were a Friday live stream. Ooh, we got lots of comments from Miran. Last week, after live, when paperwork finished, I went to Costco to pick up some groceries. When loading them in the trunk, because I have a CCW, a Karen saw the indentation of the pew pew on my shirt and started yelling, "He has a gun," and called the cops on me. Surprisingly, it all went good at the end. She got a warrant for fake false panic call, but I was shocked that that how she just started yelling like I was killing someone or committing suicide or something. Well, Miran, that's what you get for living in California. You should move to Texas.
Or northern Michigan, the UP.
Polestar is not super well known. I would be curious for the long-term wear and tear. I agree.
You know, one thing I noticed, that back window is so, or I guess the window itself's not small, but the visibility you have to see is very minimal.
Yes. We take a right here.
When it comes to driving, it's good.
Mm-hmm. It just drives like a car. I feel like the ride's not the best, but it's also not bad.
It doesn't feel that solid, actually.
No?
I'm surprised to say.
Does it feel heavy?
It feels actually light. I don't like, just from driving around there, like through corners there.
Come on, buddy.
What is happening? How oblivious.
That poor Mariner's not even gonna get to go because that Focus just didn't.
Holy cow. That's 60. That's fast.
It is pretty fast. 300 kilowatts if someone wants to convert that to horsepower. Joey Finley, hey man, it's been a little minute. Good to see you in the chat. I just joined. How much did I miss from the Big Loser? Not a bunch. We've just been moving this thing around. We'll do another walk around here soon.
Holy.
Nathan is enjoying some electric torque.
There's nothing better than electric torque.
Well, if this were a Friday live stream, I would suggest a few things, but
nothing driving.
New stick.
Does it sound like a
V8?
Huh. Flat?
Like sounds like.
Well, that's
no
why.
signal. Yeah. Sorry guys, I realized we have no signal. Boy, is it fast.
It is really fast.
Yeah.
It feels so tiny too.
It is pretty tiny.
I kind of it feels kind of alive almost, like it's got personality.
Miran says it's 402 horsepower. It's quite a lot.
Yeah. It feels like it. It feels more than that because it's got the torque. But
how's the get up versus Tesla? Well, it's definitely faster than our standard range car, but it doesn't feel as fast as like a performance, Model 3 performance or something like that. Connection's getting bad. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. We're in a different area today because the Polestar took forever to charge back up, and we weren't able to make it back to our usual stomping grounds. It's also the reason the live drive's an hour later. You can take a left here and you'll get that kind of fun road that I was on, although you'll be stuck behind a Cherokee.
that's a compass.
Compass, whatever. They're too similar. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this. Corvette C8 Z06.
And the Tesla would be cool to stop and pull it up on there.
Well, I'm going to, all you need to do is hear it. Let's go, Bluetooth media player. Ready? Oh, wow. That sounds awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. I cannot wait to just have that thing screaming around the streets. Yeah.
I think Ferrari's had it.
I know, dude. Who would buy a Ferrari these days? Miran, what do you think about Ferrari? I feel like you're our resident rich car guy opinion.
I love the way this thing like feels through the corners.
Pretty planted.
Planted, and like even though it's like obviously it's not, you can't feel what's going through the road, but you can feel what's happening. It feels predictable.
But I love electric car. Been so busy, haven't gotten to make it to many of these live drives, unfortunately, but good to be here for a few minutes while I can. We appreciate you, Joey. Glad you could make it. Yeah, we've been busy too. I mean, we've been trying to fit everything in where we can. Lexus versus Volvo, which one drives better? I mean, that's very vague. I'd say Lexus drives better, but I would rather have the Volvo because Volvo's more of a luxury, calm driving experience. Take a left here.
What Lexus?
I mean, I think he's just being very general.
Because you'd think that Lexus would be more calm.
No, Volvo's like the king of calm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Miran, I challenge Polestar to give me a Polestar 2 to do a canyon run and see how it fares compared to my Model 3 performance. The Model 3 performance is still gonna send this to Gapplebee's, but this is satisfying for what it is. God, Nathan, turn my heated seat on. Also, why don't you have cooled seats? What is with electric cars not having cooled seats? It is my first time today seeing a live review, and I think it's pretty cool. Thank you. We're glad you think so. We think it's pretty cool too.
Probably be a bit too touchy. This,
there's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, a little bit of a delay just to give you like, you know, so you can drive it smoothly. But when you want to get into it, it throws your head back.
Yeah, it's like when you just press the throttle a little bit, it doesn't give you full power, but when you give it Full throttle gives you full immediately.
Well,
take a left here.
What it does. So, darn, I had the words, and then I was thinking about this giant navigator and if it's gonna stop or not.
I'm gonna go back to where we started.
Originally?
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. I had it. I can think of it, but I can't describe it.
That's fine. Mohammed says, hello guys, how was your day? It is good. In the market for an electric car, obviously Tesla's a contender, but looking into RAV4 Prime, also intrigued with this. My top electric right now is kind of
Though
makes it more exciting.
Well, it makes them cheap. Like tank.
That is a good point.
And if I could get a Bolt for like $15,000, if they got so bad,
They already are 15,000.
The Bolt.
Get a Bolt for 15 grand. It's like 30,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good deal. That's why everyone gets. You can get an off-lease 2017 Bolt. Oh, and Mustang. Obviously. What other obviously. What other I cannot wait for the Hyundai Ioniq 5. I think that is going to be like the best electric vehicle.
See how close that sparrow just got to us.
Bird buzzed us. Maybe we're near its nest. Wait, are we actually right now? What the heck? We had great signal here. I wonder if this thing overheats.
I think that's my phone.
No. Look, this shows us right here what sort of signal we got.
Should I try and pull up a little bit?
No, because we were literally right here when we started and it was full strength.
Maybe it just takes a minute.
Yeah. Sorry guys, we had full strength signal here just a little bit ago. I don't know why it stopped. And you can try pulling up, see if it changes.
Oh.
I almost wonder if the hotspot just heats up.
Does it feel hot?
Yes. I don't want to have a huge console when you don't need a transmission tunnel. That's a good point. Have this giant center console. There's no reason for it.
Does it seem to be getting a little better?
It's a little bit better, yeah. It's slowly creeping its way up.
Here, I got an idea. There's a vent right here.
I know, that's what it's on. That's why I have it there.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I don't know, TumTum, if that cut off, but RAV4 Prime is definitely good. It's a good option for a lot of people. Used Bolt, Mustang Mach-E, Hyundai Ioniq 5, any Tesla. Those are my recommendations. Mohammed Asari likes the VW ID4. The ID4 just didn't do enough great for me. It didn't drive as well as this or a lot of other electric vehicles. It's a little too weird. I did not like the haptic controls in it. The looks are kind of meh. Yeah, I wouldn't get an ID4. And same, this and the ID4 are nice. Yeah, something about, I don't know. I haven't liked any of the expensive products Volkswagen's made lately. I've liked all the cheap ones. I liked the Jetta, I like the Taos, and the Golf.
Is it Taos or Taos?
Taos, I'm pretty sure.
That's stupid.
And then, but I don't like the Arteon. Passat's okay, although they're killing it. I don't like the, what's the big one? Atlas.
Oh God, that's such a horrid vehicle. Here's the thing. It goes Atlas, Atlas
Cross.
No, like Atlas, Audi, no.
Oh, you're saying how they're all built on the same platform?
I feel like there's
the Q7, right?
No, it's the Q8. That's what it is.
Ah, Q8.
Atlas, Q8, and Urus. They're all on the same.
Isn't the Bentayga also? Pretty sure the Bentley Bentayga.
Yeah, I think so too. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and the Porsche Cayenne.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, they're all on. Which, I guess, if you're a like if you own an Atlas, that's kind of cool. But if you own an Urus, that's just my gripe about about VW, that they're doing that. It's like Atlas all the way up to your $400,000 Urus.
Right. Take it easy, Mohammed. Thanks for tuning in. Miran says, you asked about the Ferrari. I'll pay 2 times the Polestar and pick a low mileage Ferrari 599 any day of the year over 2 Polestars. Okay, well that kind of answers that.
we were asking Corvette versus Ferrari.
Yeah, Corvette versus Ferrari, but I think he's saying like he does like Ferrari. Cool, let's do another walk around.
I don't like Ferrari.
Oh yeah, our signal's great now, so I guess it just took some time. Maybe the hotspot did overheat. Maybe that's been our problem all along, it's just the hotspot's overheating. Ugh. I bet Ferraris drive great. It's just the brand that a lot of people don't care for. So this thing certainly looks cool, even though it kind of looks like a lifted sedan.
I wonder if they did that intentionally.
Probably. I probably kind of wanted to like...
Because it drives good enough, because I'm sure the center of gravity is still the same as if it were a gas engine like S60 pretty much.
Right.
It's probably still lower.
Yeah, probably. It is heavy. It's like 4,700 pounds. How much does your Taurus weigh?
43. My Taurus weighs 4,300.
Yeah, so your Taurus weighs less than something. Wow. What a concept.
But
love this light bar.
Like just thinking about the density of it. Like my Taurus it's huge.
It's a big car.
It's
definitely
a big car.
bigger than
this is smaller, yet it weighs so much more.
Batteries, man.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah, look at how the wheel well like sticks out and then it continues to go up all the way here and then kind of encroach on your headroom.
Kind of Volvo.
Yeah.
People always wonder why electric planes don't work. That's why electric planes don't work, because the
weight's not spread out.
You don't get enough power from batteries to overcome the weight of the batteries to generate enough lift.
Except there's just someone who said they're putting out an electric private jet here later this year.
I think, yeah, they do.
They can make it.
It's possible.
It's just not as good.
It's nowhere near as efficient, because actually there was Peter Streipel, that YouTube channel. He built a little electric plane.
Really?
Yep. Just like a ultralight.
Here, I'll let you take the camera real quick. I'll try to do a donut.
Here?
Yeah, why not?
All the nice bikers and gentle, and the sparrows that are having such a good time with their nest.
Here, take this.
You're gonna disrupt the scenery of the AC and vents and...
Yeah, you're right. You gotta turn the wheel. Let me see. It's 1.5 turns. No, sorry, 3 turns lock to lock.
Huh.
Is it?
One.
2.5.
Huh.
Tesla's 2. ID4 was 3.
The Tesla's turning circle is garbage. That's something I never want to hear or see again. Just endless understeer and the sound of tires hopping.
Take that for you, do a little POV. So yes, it says ESC sport mode, but then to any comments? I think my last one was about Miran and Ferrari.
So, Joe Finley. I like the Taos a lot. It was a little fun SUV to drive.
Yeah, Taos was good.
Hank the Man, donut time. No, how about that was more like a banana. It's a long banana. Can you show us the key for the car?
Oh, we didn't even talk about the key.
Oh yeah.
We will talk about that in a few minutes.
Ferrari versus Corvette. I'd pick Corvette because you can throw money at it and get Ferrari performance for the most part. But the new Z06 for the
is gonna have almost Ferrari performance.
So it's just gonna have ultra Ferrari performance. Hank the nice man went donut time with this little smiley face, then he goes that after he sees the donut. Oh, Hank the Man. You're the man. Yep.
He could change his name to Dank the Mean Man, and he'd be Dank.
Yeah.
So we're gonna spend a few more minutes in the Polestar. Remind us if we don't show you the key after a few minutes here. Let me get back.
Look how dark it is up there.
Yeah,
Holy
it
cow.
looks like it's gonna storm.
Uh-oh. That's gonna storm.
Nathan has a cold moped ride back. Well, not necessarily cold, just wet.
Just wet. And I have a jacket, but not the rain jacket. Anyway, enough about me.
Look at that truck.
How many lights do you need?
Yeah. They're literally along the top, middle, bottom, and side.
He's got, almost looks like he has his brights on.
It does.
That's
Either that or it might just be so tall.
Well, that's a problem I've noticed with Chrysler products. They have really bright regular lights, and I mean, it's not. It's nice to have bright headlights.
It depends on how they're angled.
Yeah, but when they're right behind you in traffic and they blind you, it gets a little annoying.
I agree. Yeah, that's see, in kind of how you talked about when you were driving this, it sort of wraps up. Here, put the camera like over there with your other hand. Like, just take it with your.
Oh, this is perfect.
Right hand, and it kind of gets both of us. Yeah. The car feels good to drive, and certain things work really well, but other things are just such a head scratcher that it's kind of like, maybe. And then once you factor in the price, then you're like, well, it's kind of off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's so intense.
Also, I will say a little bit, it's almost too easy to drive spiritedly.
That's what I noticed. It's like, it's very encouraging.
The Mach-E and the Tesla, you gotta kind of like pay attention to what you're doing. Not this.
Who said that? DRC Gamer said Porsche is the best. Hashtag Porsche fanboy.
Porsche is the best.
Porsche is very good, but it's not the best. There's a plane up there that's literally hovering in the air because it's so windy.
Who could possibly be better than Porsche?
Would you take a new Porsche 911 or a new Corvette Stingray or C06 or C7 Corvette?
911.
You would take a 911 over what you just heard over that speaker.
Yes, because have you ever heard a 911 GT3?
Yes, I have.
They sound amazing.
They sound amazing, but
so I would take that.
What looks better, the Porsche or the Corvette?
The Porsche.
Okay, that's opinionated. What?
We should put, when we get stopped, we'll put a poll for what would you take? A Porsche 911?
Turbo. Something.
Why?
Because the GT3 RS would be like a ZR1, and there is no ZR1 yet for the C8.
Well, that's because Porsche's better and they got around to it sooner.
That's because Porsche's been making the same car since Hitler was around.
They've perfected it. They've perfected the automobile, and it is the 911.
So they've perfected something Hitler started.
Yes. They've done a darn good job at it. All right, we are making a poll right now. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. Let's see.
Those are some really nasty looking clouds back there.
Alissa, if you're watching, can you turn my computer on, please? Just hit the space bar.
Oh wow.
Are we about to get pounded? Oh, we should just do the live drive up into the storm.
I need a charger. Ooh.
Where? Oh yeah, you can. Oh yeah, just plug it right there.
Battery pack. Here, hold that.
Okay.
While I do all this. For what you did with the tires earlier.
I'm sure it's fine. All right.
Famous last words.
Check the comments. I'm gonna see if I can add a poll from the YouTube app. I don't know if I can.
Who said? Someone said, "What about Lamborghini?" Lamborghini is just a big fat Audi. That's all it is.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
don't know
Lambo's
why, but
irrelevant.
I feel the same amount of hate about Polestar as BMW. That was from Miran.
Interesting.
Alissa says, "You got it, babe." John says Porsche. Period. How about Chevy?
Nathan likes his Chevrolet. He ain't gonna drive one of them Beetles. All right, I'm going to, you take this, show people a few more of the interior quirks, features. Hopefully the signal's okay. I am going to get this pole.
We're about to get pounded.
We should go to the north. Are you showing them quirks and features?
Should I show them quirks and features?
Yeah.
There's a quirk and feature.
Am I a quirk or am I a feature?
Just look at the nose.
Someday, if we ever get to live drive with Doug DeMiro, then we'll know we made it.
Are you listening, Doug? No.
If you just happen to be tuned in like, oh, what are other people saying about the Polestar?
I want to get out and show the people the clouds.
Okay.
We should ask them. Why no? If we can get some lightning behind the Polestar, holy cow. You guys you can see the, yeah, you can see that on camera. Look at the wall cloud. Oh, that is so cool. Hey, if someone wants to get on the radar, oh, I'm going probably far away from that spot. If someone wants to get on the radar and track this storm for us, that would be really cool. Is that a tail cloud right there? I can't see because of the giant building right there. So you can see kind of behind, I don't know if you can see that, right about there. There's like a greenish bronze glow. Oh, there's some thunder. That is a sign of a big meaty thunderstorm. And we're back after meteorology with Nathan Dryer.
Perfect timing. I just asked the poll. Let's head to the storm. This will be a live drive bonus for you all.
And like I said, if someone wants to track the storm with radar for us and give us updates. Well, my phone's cold after having it up there.
Nice. Isn't this a...
I know. Look at that bronze glow. I could hear thunder when I was out.
Don't forget comments.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta see how many more people like 9/11.
Oh, no. 63% for the GT3, 33 for the Z06. Lotus, Emira, or C8? C8.
Lotus Emira. Have you seen the new Emira?
Yes, and I've also seen the C8. One's British, one's American. One's got American reliability, one's got British reliability.
That actually is a good point. Nathan doesn't want a car he can't drink Bud Light in and make love to his sister. That's the Corvette way. Why are these blinkers on? Alright, let's go see if we can get stormed on.
It is getting dark fast. You can see the wall cloud up there. You can really see it on camera. You know,
Yes?
I put some of Phil Swift's goo on, you know, the flex glue.
That sounds awful.
That's what I said, right?
Phil Swift's goo.
Yeah, Phil Swift's glue. I said glue, right? Anyway.
What did you put it on?
I put it around the headlight to seal it up so that it just, you know, when in rain and when I'm washing it, it just like maybe won't get in there. You can see some lightning up there.
On what vehicle?
The moped. And I was just thinking about it's going to come in handy for considering it's sitting out right now.
Yeah, you're right. You didn't leave your like helmet on it, did you?
I did, but I left the shield closed, so I was thinking about that. I was like, if it rains, I should have this shut.
See what the comments are.
The comments. Well, I have to look at that poll too. Get it? Polestar.
Huh?
We are in Michigan, Ypsilanti. If you just look at the U.S. weather, you'd see the storm that's coming right away. It's like,
But they wouldn't know which one, where we, like, I guess you'd have to look at Michigan.
yeah, look at Michigan, the big storm that's in Michigan right now. Hank says, I would track the storm, but I don't know where you are. That's the thing. The key, did you show him the key yet?
Oh crap! No, here you do that.
Hank the Man says, just make sure it ain't a rotating storm. I hope it's a rotating storm because that would be really fun. Get a nice tornado.
This car is heavy enough.
Yeah, really.
So that key, it looks like a Volvo key design-wise, but it's hard plastic. And does not feel nice.
And the thing, like, first thing Charlie said when he saw it is, this cannot be the real key. I looked it up. It is the real key. Why? Why Polestar? It's $65,000.
Give us a better key.
Seriously. Holy cow. Well, God bless your soul. It's really getting dark. And the wind's really picking up.
Yeah, you can see stuff blowing around.
What did Alissa just...
Oh. Alissa, if you're still watching, the chicken's in the fridge. You asked me to put it in the fridge, so that's where it is. Oh, did you see that lightning?
No. All right, yeah. I'll get... Let's do some storm chasing, how about?
If you guys have any more Polestar questions, let us know, but we're going to go up and check out this storm.
Maybe we'll get hit by a tornado and you guys can...
Live drive a tornado, I mean, that'd be awesome.
If any of you guys watch Paco's Hank, he's not doing any live tornadoes, that's for sure. Live storms, that means we're rivaling the #1 storm chasing channel.
There you go.
1 million subscribers are storm chasing. He doesn't do this.
Check the radar to see which way I should go.
Oh
here.
wow, there's
stuff. Oh my gosh, there's pink up here, Nathan.
Pink, that means
Look.
that's a good chance of hail, so just...
Do you think maybe we shouldn't go into hail?
If you can blast through the system before the pink gets us, then we'd be fine.
What was that? I think it was like a bird hit the side of the car.
A bird just hit the... Oh my goodness.
It's coming south. We're gonna literally go right through it.
We need to try and get up on a hill so we can see the horizon.
Okay, there's a hill up this way.
This is intense, guys. This is like... I'm ironic that the one time I get a storm, I'm in a live drive, but it's cool because I can, like, film it.
What if Polestar just happens to tune in? Oh, what are they doing with our car?
Oh, a tornado!
Driving it into the... Look, you can look up and see the storm.
Oh yeah, we can see the hail that would inevitably crash through. Polestar, your car is a little messed up. There's hail in the cup holders.
All right, so we are still in green right now. Once we get up to pretty much past about a minute or two past the stoplight, it should start really strong.
That's what she said.
Is it? Oh good, this Equinox is turning. I hate Equinox.
My girlfriend has an Equinox.
See? Called it.
Look at you, meteorologist.
I can read a radar. We're gonna get to test the all-wheel drive ability. Check the comments real quick.
Oh. Hank the Man says there's a big severe thunderstorm warning in Michigan. Miran says you can get a beautiful flat 6 RSR sound with Dundo Sports Motorsport cracked pipe on GT3, but you can't. Old school American V, both sound great, but GT3 is another animal.
The 911 that just turned right there.
He's like, I'm out of here. 60 mile per hour wind gust warning ends at 8:30, but you don't know if it'll turn and if it'll get bigger. That's what she said. But holy cow. And that's it for the comments. Oh my goodness. there's a thing called tornado/storm Tourette syndrome.
What is that?
It's pretty much where when you're in like a big storm like this and you just keep like pointing out the obvious. Like, oh, it's raining hard, oh, it's windy, oh, it's like an actual like definition.
Huh. So for you, any of you just tuning in late, we are live storm driving in the Polestar 2. Let's see how our traction is.
Oh.
Feels pretty good.
I don't have to worry about hydroplaning in this dense. Not only is it heavy, but it's super small, so it's dense.
Right.
Not that much surface area. Still look up there.
Oh, fun fact, you can only adjust the temperature by tubes, so you can't do 69.
You can't do 69! What an atrocity of a vehicle.
Bad car. Should be getting into the red now.
Oh, big puddle. Really testing out that communist build quality right now. Oh my god.
Wipers, going fast.
It never looks as intense on camera as it does in person.
Right. I can barely see.
As someone who lives in Illinois, it is a high interest to me whether or not the car can handle a tornado. I tuned in late. What's the range on it? That's from John. It's
250 miles.
Oh,
Looks like it's clearing up.
yeah. That's a lot of rain. Someone's garbage bins are going to be filled up. Good windshield wipers.
That wasn't very dramatic for some things.
Yeah.
Pull over and take a look at the radar.
Says we're not, I guess. It kind of goes out up that way. This is the radar right now.
Oh, so we need to keep going further north.
No, we're in it right now. This is lag. There's about, I think it's like a 10-minute, between 5 and 10 minutes of delay on the radar. So we're right in the red right now.
Do you think we should turn around?
Yes. Actually, let's go up on the hill and look at the horizon. Hasta Vista Place.
Which way do you want me to angle you?
There's not really much you can see because of all the vegetation, but yeah, I think we should go back into it now.
Okay. Oh yeah, we made it all the way here. Yeah, the storm's like down this way, I think.
Oh, we're getting right back in it.
Look at this nice big TRX would be good for this weather.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's always interesting. You can see more out of the camera than you can in real life. With the stormy weather handling. That storm came out of nowhere. I did not know it was going to do that today. Otherwise I would have not have ridden the moped.
It's one of those just heat like cells over. Look at all this debris on the road. Well, at least Alissa doesn't need the water come out, right?
Yeah. I would imagine so, being so heavy.
Right. We're going to come up over the highway here, this hill, so you might be able to see something.
So much debris.
Pretty dark.
Yeah.
This roof is
Oh, wait.
cool.
Doesn't it look like you're the first Apple lock screen?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It barely even got pulled off from that standing water.
I'd imagine this would be pretty good in the snow too.
Yeah, you're right. Mind checking comments?
C8 or Ford made mid-engine sports car, which it was Chevy that made the mid-engine car.
I think he's saying hypothetically, like a Ford made one.
C8 or Ford. Oh, there's lightning. Hear that left thunder?
I thought that was just us going off.
Is this Hurricane Elsa doing its thing? It is not. We are not in hurricane land. We are in super cell land.
Yeah, this is actually coming from the north, which is not very common.
Yeah. Miran, if the roof cracks, it'll automatically go to Copart or IAA and someone can get it for half the price. And they can't find the glass because Polestar doesn't have the best reputation for having parts.
Huh. That's a good point. You could just build a convertible.
Sandile. Here in South Africa, we can see the storm coming by all the means, have to rush back to our houses. You guys are brave to chase it. I do this all the time. I've actually been caught in like an EF0 super small tornado before by accident. John McGill Oinya says, hello Charlie, it's been a long time since I walked your live drives.
Yeah, it has been. It's good to have you on. We're live driving a little late this time because we feel like driving through this weather, and since we're doing it anyway, we figured we might as well live stream it. Plus, Nathan and I were going to shoot a comparison video tonight between this and the Model Y, but can't exactly do that right now.
Yeah.
Unless we did it in the garage.
I think it'd be cool to do it at night.
Do it at night?
Yeah. Get to see all like a different, checking out lighting and stuff, and all this and all that. And all this. Plus no traffic. In fact, why don't we just start doing all reviews in the middle of the night?
Because you can't see things. Like, if you you wanted to point out, like, oh, look at this air vent.
If you want to do pure driving.
But you don't want to do pure driving. Yeah, you want to chill in things too.
Yeah.
Plus, then you have to be up in the middle of the night.
Oh, there's a lot. You can't see anything. Can't hear anything either. It's so loud.
Yeah, I feel like I wonder if the people can even hear us or how they hear the rain. I mean, it's really coming down.
Yeah.
But the roof barely gets anything on it when you're moving.
Yeah.
I want to go up this road because there's a section of this road that floods out. I want to see what it's like. TT.
One thing that's nice about electric cars is you don't have to worry about flooding an engine.
Yeah, we have to worry about flooding all the electronics. And the battery pack that sits down low.
Yeah, but it should be pretty watertight, considering it'd have to deal with this anyway.
Yeah.
All the spray hitting puddles and all that.
Right. Here, we'll take another quick look on the
Lots of traffic, that's for sure. Alright guys, there's one car holding up the entire highway. Don't do that stuff. I don't get it. Just because if you want to drive slow, get off the highway or pull over. Don't cause a traffic jam.
Alright, time to see how bad this is.
Water over road.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. Get some good puddles. Yeah, it does really good. It's not. Oh boy, what's this? Good thing we got that extra ride height.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look how washed out it is.
I feel like getting this car all dirty for the TheTopher. What ended up winning in the poll?
So far it's 67% to the GT3 and 33 to the Z06. Come on guys, it sounds like a Ferrari. What more can you ask for? American reliability and Ferrari sounding. Do you think the Model Y's glass roof is more durable? I have no clue.
They've got to be about the same,
yeah.
You know? I feel like there's probably a legal standard.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Land Rover Defender all over again.
Who said that?
DRC Gamer.
Nice.
Alyssa said it's barely raining at home. Well, it's probably going to soon.
Get ready. There's just no driftability. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's an electric car. You could program it to have some slip.
Yeah, and that, like not let you crash either.
Right. Like you just. There's no drift.
I think this is the most thrown around I've been in a car on a live drive.
Even more than our first Model Y live drive? Probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
More power.
Yeah. Cool. We're going to wrap things up soon here, considering the storm is moving away. Probably going to drive back down toward our toward the Tesla.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Let's see if I can demonstrate one of the biggest annoyances of this car. So pilot assist, right? That's Volvo's self-driving. So it's already telling me to apply steering. And then, but the problem is it's not sensitive enough. So if I just have my hand on the wheel kind of lightly, I'm just driving along on the highway like I was, it'll start yelling at me to apply steering even though my hand is on the wheel. Oh, it's not even doing a good job right now at all. There we go.
It might be having issues because it's so wet.
Yeah, it might be. So now it's saying apply steering. And it's going to start beeping in just a second. Look at that, I just wiggled the wheel. Okay, there, it canceled out. Maybe it was being more annoying on the highway earlier, I promise.
One thing that's interesting though, when you turn that on, the butt end of that little car symbol is the Polestar's butt end.
You're right. Oh, show this in the gauge cluster too. You got Google Maps.
Wow. Anyway. Oh yeah, and we've only used 82% of the charge, which if we were in a car with this equivalent power, doing the same type of driving we've been doing,
probably would have gone through a quarter tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not even a quarter way down of charge. That's
82%.
That's 8/10 of a charge.
Right. That we.
That's right, guys.
Alissa said she's making pizza?
Yep. GT3 wins because you can't beat.
Oh.
GT3 wins because you can't beat 9,000 RPM. Well, yep. Who knows what the new Z06 can get up to?
That is true. What if it's 9,001?
Yeah. Take that, GT3 Porsche fanboys. Go back to the drawing board, Hitler.
Do you think that's what Hitler regrets the most?
What?
The 9/11, kind of all of his life accomplishments.
You know, I think there might be some things he might regret more.
This is a great hooning road.
But you can't really hoon in this, though.
Yeah, that was full throttle going around that corner.
You can't hoon in this car. You can drive it quickly, but you can't hoon.
Right. There's some hydroplane.
That was a little scary.
Yeah, we were out here in the Lexus RCF just hauling around, and that's Toyota's development center, so we're like, they're gonna just yell at someone for doing that in RCF.
Who had the gray RCF? I swear I didn't do that. You can't give me that. Look at the security cameras. That wasn't me.
There's only 60 of those cars in the world. It had to have been you. I swear.
Who else would have had one of those?
Right.
I'm sorry, but the Turbo S is just so much more practical. I'd rather have that, and it's more comfortable. Wait, yeah. Maybe saying more than the Z06.
Oh.
Elaborate a little bit, John McGill. Frank Ducks.
Look at how cool the asphalt looks.
I found the channel from the TheTopher. He mentioned it in the Keo Live Drive. Huh. Awesome. Thanks, Topher.
Yeah.
Can you guys get your hands on a Smart 4.2? That would actually be really cool.
That'd be so much fun. We'll do our best. It won't be a press car because they don't make them anymore, but...
They don't make Smarts?
No. Yeah, they stopped like 2 years ago. No one buys them.
What do you mean? They're everywhere.
I don't think I've seen one in days.
I've seen one. They're brilliant little cars.
Well, Americans don't buy brilliant cars.
Well, just because they can't fit in them. I said that quietly. So they didn't
We're allowed to
anyone.
say that. We're American.
Oh, yeah.
Don't blame Nathan for not being able to hold the camera still because it's kind of impossible. His whole body's rocking back and forth.
Let's see if I can try and stabilize it. Very light, somewhat stabilized.
Cool. Well, if you got any last questions, we're going to wrap this up in just a moment here. But yeah, this has been the Polestar 2 with a little bit of a storm chase.
It looks like a wrecked student driver car back in that parking lot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. Any last comment? Who knows?
Also, kind of giving signals. Maybe y'all can get a Turbo S for testing. Test out the 2.5.
We actually might realistically be able to get one of those in the next few months. Porsche said there's a possibility.
Porsche next hypercar will kill the C8 Zora.
That is true. If I could have any car.
Here's the thing though, GT3 and a 911 turbo, so much more expensive than a Corvette.
For a better product.
How do you know? They haven't built it yet.
It doesn't matter. I can guarantee you.
Yes, the Porsche will be faster.
No, I don't know if
0 to
it'll
60.
necessarily be faster.
Yes, Porsches are always faster than everything. You've seen Car Wars drag races every time, no matter what they test. Like all their top 4 0 to 60s are all Porsches.
But they're probably the all-wheel drive Porsches.
No, they're the 911 turbos.
The turbos are all-wheel drive.
Oh, they are?
Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. I feel like the new ones have to be with how fast they are.
But rear engine, all the weight on the back axles.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, but yeah, Porsches, like, they're always the fastest 0 to 60s. I will give them that. They're bonkers fast.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're just gonna run that stop?
Oh,
you're just gonna...
Okay.
I have no clue how to drive. I am in a white Jaguar.
Yeah, I just, for actual, like, driving and ownership feel, I would pick a Porsche.
What about...
For a track day, I'd probably pick the Corvette.
What about cost of living with it?
Well, what's the point of living if you're not going to enjoy it to its fullest extent?
Yes, but a Corvette, a V8 has to sound better. Mm-hmm. Especially that flat plane that sounds like
it might sound better. You're right.
This is just a decades-old argument we're having.
Yes.
Corvette versus Porsche.
Now, if only Ford could make something worth competing against.
Yeah, why isn't Ford made like
a Corvette competitor?
Yeah, they make the GT, but the stupid thing is they limit the numbers. Just make the GT unlimited numbers because it's such an amazing car, so that you can actually compare it to stuff. That's the problem. If you can't buy it, how can you compare it?
Right. Plus, it costs so dang much.
Yeah, which would be fine if they would make it unlimited production numbers, so it would compete with like the fastest Ferrari or the fastest Lamborghini.
Right. Well, Ferrari limits their numbers too.
They limit their numbers.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, any last comments before we wrap this?
Kind of a bummer and you adjust the dampers yourself. I don't know, but the Volvo looks really comfortable. That's from Frank Dux and John McGill. And oh, you have to adjust the dampers yourself on the Polestar.
Yeah, you actually have to crawl underneath and like adjust them like it's a snowmobile or something.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's cool that you have the option to do that at least.
Right.
Ow! Oh, that was the ah.
You can't home.
Ow.
Sad.
That hurts so bad. Where's this thing came flying off of here and hit me right here, like in between. Damn.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for coming along, everybody. Thanks to our members for tuning in. And we will plan on seeing you all probably on Friday with the Kia Carnival. That'll be a fun one.
Yep.
Yeah. Sweet. Thanks to Nathan for coming along and helping. And we'll see you on the next one. Charlie and Nathan from Daily Motor. And as always, drive on. Wait, there's a little bit of a delay, so we're just going to give it a quick sec.